Hey everybody, Dog8798 here. This is my review of the Fatal Fury movies. I'm a huge fan of the Fatal Fury games, and the second two Fatal Fury movies, the second two Fatal Fury anime movies are two of my all-time favorite anime films of all time. The first one I really don't care for. I enjoy it, but I really don't care for. I thought it was too short and didn't follow the games. The second two, Fatal Fury 2, The New Battle, and Fatal Fury, the motion picture, were epic. Fatal Fury 2, The New Battle, of course. Well, let's start with the first one. The first Fatal Fury movie, of course, is about Terry Bogard and Andy Bogard, the main protagonists of the Fatal Fury game. Their father gets killed at the hands of Geese Howard, the main antagonist of the Fatal Fury movie, and the main antagonist of the Fatal Fury, the boss character of the Fatal Fury video games. He kills their father. He kills their father, and Terry Bogard and Andy Bogard train under Master Tongue, and enter the King of Fighters tournament organized by Geese, so the winners can learn Master Tongue's secret technique, so one of them could use it to defeat to defeat Geese Howard. Like I said, I really don't care much for this film except for the second part, which is Terry Bogard, Andy Bogard, and Joe Higashi, who they befriend earlier in the film, fighting in the King of Fighters tournament, and the final fight between Terry Bogard, Andy Bogard, and Terry Bogard and Andy Bogard, and Joe Higashi fighting Raiden, Billy Kane, and Geese Howard in the final part of the film. The second film I love. This features Terry Bogard, Andy Bogard, and Joe Higashi squaring off against Terry's toughest foe today, and that's Rudolph Krauser, the main antagonist of Fatal Fury 2, the video game, the main antagonist of the Fatal Fury 2 New Battle anime, and of course the half-brother of Geese Howard. In this film, there's also a subplot involving a new character named Tony, who Terry befriends at the beginning of the film. Then of course, the motion picture, man, right here, was this ever epic? This film went in a whole new direction. This film has a completely different story, unrelated to the games. This film is about Terry Bogard and his friends meeting up with a young woman named Sulia, and they go on a quest to find the mystical armors of Mars before Zulia's brother Laucorn finds them and becomes all powerful. This anime movie right here was badass. Awesome fighting, awesome animation, and a hugely in-depth story for a fighting game. The story is actually hard to follow, which is why I'm separating these reviews. Which is why I'm going to review the other two Fatal Fury movies separately again, so I can explain more about the plot. But man, was this film right here. And the only thing I hate about these is that there isn't more. There wasn't a television series after this. There wasn't another anime film. No live action film. Nothing, man. But yeah, I love the Fatal Fury movies, and I'm a huge fan of the SNK Fatal Fury games. Alright, Doug out.